Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Vuvu and this is Vuvu Vena Reads, and it is day 15 of VVR VEDA. Thank you so very much for riding along with me this month, and I hope you've been having a hell of a time. We are late with our wrap-ups. As you can tell, this year we just kind of like updating here and there whenever we feel like doing it, but we're doing it right now. Okay, so let us delve into the books I read in the month of March.
So Vena_reads is an amazing book reviewer, also YouTuber. She reviews books on YouTube, and if I'm not mistaken, she also has a blog as well. So please, if for your connection with literature, get in touch with or follow at VUVUVENA_reads. She is based in South Africa, and I think it is also extremely important to follow literary content creators who are based outside of the West and in continental Africa, because they do a really good job of bridging the gap.
We appreciate you, Vuvu, for bringing us Turning Pages and for bringing us your BookTube channel.
You know, this is a chance for people to actually see some people that I really enjoy.
Please consider pressing the red subscribe button down below, and if you are returning, welcome back, fam.
Vuvu, you're amazing. Thank you so much for your time.
Okay, so in the month of March I read a total of 4 books, which means that my reading is starting to pick up a little bit. Okay, I'm very proud of this girl because we were behind chat for reasons already mentioned, but I'm happy. In the month of March we read 4 books, 3 of which were audiobooks. I'm sure I've already shared with you guys my thoughts around Tiffany D. Jackson. I was binging her books at the start of the year just to get a sense of what kind of author she is, just to do a deep dive. Sometimes it's exciting to do that with a single author. I don't think that is something that you should do frequently, but it's something that you should do from time to time, if you hear what I'm trying to say, because most writers do have a tone that you will probably tire of if you are constantly indulging the same voice. I hope you guys are hearing what I'm saying. So I did do a deep dive. I've shared that video. I will link it up here. And 3 of the books that I did read that month via script audiobooks were from Tiffany D. Jackson. So the first of those was Blackout. Blackout is by Tiffany D. Jackson and other Black authors who don't necessarily they're American based, I think. Authors of color, not necessarily just Black, and they are female, and they don't necessarily write romance, but I think some of them are romance authors. This is a collection of short stories which read as one story, if you hear what I'm trying to say. I absolutely loved the concept, absolutely loved how it was done. So all of the people in these short stories are experiencing the same occurrence, which is a blackout in the city, right? And all of these stories have love interests in mind, and some of these love interests and characters overlap. I don't know how they did it in the different stories, but it's so well done. It reads like a seamless book, even though it's authored, it's as if like the different chapters are authored by different people. I don't know how to explain it, but it blew my mind. It gave me all the feels. I felt warm and fuzzy inside. It is definitely one of my favorites from the binging. I rated it a 4 out of 5 stars. So a few years later they did Whiteout, which has the same concept. This time around they don't share who wrote which chapter, but it's the same authors coming back together again and writing a collection of short stories that have the same theme because of what has occurred, which is like a blizzard, like a snow during holiday season. So it's very Christmassy, and people are stuck in their houses because they can't go anywhere. It's a whiteout. Okay, so it's also still sticking with the romance theme, and this is young romance. It's kids in school, so it's not even young adult. It's I think I would even call it middle age, right? But it's so cute. It gives you all the right feels as well. I didn't love it as much as I loved Blackout. I don't want to lie. Maybe it's because the concept had already been done already, so it was not something new to me. But the writing and the stories that were being told were still quite worth your while. I ended up rating Whiteout a 3.75. out of 5. And then the last book of hers that I read in that month was Let Me Hear a Rhyme. Let Me Hear a Rhyme explores the love that family and friends have for somebody during a time of grief, and whether or not your talent dies with you, and how Black communities can come together to create your legacy even post your death. I hope this makes sense. But it's a very well told story. It's got a lot of catchphrases. It's very hip. It's a young adult novel, once again, that focuses on music, rap music to be specific, and it unfolds very, very, very well. This one is by Tiffany D. Jackson on her own, so it's not a collection of short stories. It is a novel. It gave me a bit of like Angie Thomas vibes, if you get what I'm trying to say. It was quite well done, but it's not my favorite of hers, if I'm being honest. I ended up rating this one a 3 out of 5 stars. Okay, and this is gonna be the quickest wrap up in the history of wrap ups, which I love because I want you guys to come back tomorrow and want to listen to something else that I have to say. So the last book that I picked up in the month of March was Turning Tables by Alice Takawira. The author did reach out to me to ask me to read her book. I have interviewed her this month. Yeah, was it last month? This month or last month, and had a chit chat about this book with her. So I will not say much about this. You can look at the vlog that I did as well. I will link it up here, and I'll try and link the interview in the description box down below. But this one I ended up rating a 3 out of 5 stars. It is a debut novel by American-based African author Alice Takawira. And that brings us to the end of this wrap up, and I feel so good. I feel so good because I only owe you guys one more wrap up. Yes. And as per usual, I really do love you guys for choosing me. Thank you, and until next time, bye now.